So I'd like to say that we've been making some pretty good progress through this entire series. We are on number 48 today. 48 black borders after the end of this video, as fast as we possibly can. But to be honest, when we look at this chart here, I thought we'd see a lot more recent maps that we've completed be in the top 10 and the top 15. But recently, there's only the two, Covered Garden and Rake. So today I want to add some more speed to it. We're going to go as fast as we possibly can, meaning we're going to pull out all the stops on a very fast map. It's a race map, so I figure we go as quick as possible. Now you can probably guess the next thing I'm going to say, but we are going to be using Sada as our hero. I did try several different heroes on this map on Chimps mode, and none of them even came close to being as fast as Sada, because you can place Sada down at the beginning and just go for it. Whereas other heroes, you have to place several dart monkeys or other towers to get you to the point where you can actually place your hero, and by then you might have lost a bloon or two. Sada just makes that go away. So we're gonna hit that timer, hit play, and let Sada prove herself once again, put her as close to the front as possible so we can get as many pops without seeing these bloons as we can, and then we can throw our free dart up there to even see less bloons, hopefully. But before we get too far in, don't forget to head on over to settings, click creator support code, type in code Dabloon, because it helps out the channel every time you purchase something from the Ninja Kiwi store at no extra cost to you. Now, I always just equate Sada with speed and going as fast as possible. And yes, she has given us tons and tons of fast runs, no doubt about it. But our very fast run, and by a good amount, is Cubism. And that was with Etienne the entire way. So it leads me to believe that you don't always have to just go with Sada, but I did try a bunch of heroes and I just could not make them work. I had to place a bunch of towers to get them. And by that point, I think it's a lot of it's too because we don't have the subs. If I had the subs, I could do advanced intel early on and get a lot of free, easy pops. But having it here on this side of this track with like something like a dart monkey with not the best range and not the best damage or the best pierce, it was kind of rough. At one point, I was trying to use Etienne, and then I was even trying to use Striker Jones in like a bomb strategy. I thought that'd be really fun because we got these little center spots here, but I had 5 dart monkeys before I could even get like a sniper, and then I could get my Striker Jones. Now you think, oh, you're making it sound a lot harder than it needs to be. And yes, I definitely did do that, but I'm trying to keep him here. I do not want any bloon to get past like this boomerang monkey here. And that was my goal when I was trying to find the perfect hero, because I don't want to get all the way to Chimps mode and then run slow. I want to go fast the entire way through and keep up this speed that I'm talking the whole way through, because I know by the end we get tired, we get slow, and we start making mistakes. I don't want that to happen today. Now, I think the best thing to do on this one is just beginner, so let's just keep it fresh. And I just want to put as many things down as I can to keep it going. I don't think I want to save up too much for any towers, just because that'll take too much time, and then there'll be bloons getting past. If I can just keep putting new fresh towers down, I think that'll be a decent way to go. Now, this map is easier, yes, but it's not like End of the Road where it's like a small track. I think I actually just thought of that just now. That's what's going on here, right? I think this is a larger track than most because we have these red and white lines going around it. Like on End of the Road, you can pretty much put your tower on the track completely. Am I wrong on that? You got to let me know below. Okay, we need some more camo here. Like, we don't need more camo, but I think like a sniper just putting in the back will be really good too. Just have that shrapnel shot just running out after it. But what stresses me out about this map, and that what I do find to be a problem, and when I was practicing on Chimps, I found it to be an issue more than once, is this little depth tunnel right here. And what happens is when the bloons go through there, you can't see them, you can't attack them. So for instance, if there's like a string of pink balloons and you see them getting away from you and you want to pop them as quickly as you can with like Sada's ability, well, you just hit the ability when the first one's here, but you're going to attack these ones because these are the ones that she can see first, because you can't see inside this tunnel, if that makes sense. I took a lot of explanation for such a simple concept, but basically what happens is I put myself in a lot of trouble with that thing if I don't click it fast enough. Or what I was noticing too on round 40, when I open up a Moab, it'll open up right here, and if I don't hit the ability in time, I miss the ceramic, and then it goes all the way around the track, making it slower than it would have been if I just would have attacked it like normal and then used the ability. I think since we already have the dart here, we might as well just get like a very quick shots like that. And then for the Moab, honestly, if we can, I think just keep running the Moab Mauler into the Moab Assassin, and that should be the cleanest way to get through all of these. It's just going to be really weird not having a boat or a sub for an entire run. I even thought for a short amount of time, like a very, very short time, but I did think about using the Merm over here to go top pass so I can just put my sub and boat down so I can feel good about what I'm doing. But when I was doing my normal practice runs for Half Cash, Chimps, things like that, I did not find any struggles with beating the map. So that's what's really nice. I don't see us losing unless, you know, knock on wood, something crazy happens. I don't see us losing to anything. I just see us not going as fast when bloons start making it around. So my goal today, my right now, short-term goal is to not let any balloon go into that death tunnel. That would be amazing. Hit play, triple tap this one, right? Triple tap. Okay, cool. Now we're on primary only. Still easy stuff. We can just hit play, hit Sada. But see, I don't want to go too fast. Like normally we just hit play and then place our Sada down. But since she has such a short range, we got to make sure she's in a good spot before we get too crazy with it. This one's going to be relatively the same exact thing. Just start with the boomer. I think it's a good tower to go with. It's funny though. I don't like to be too superstitious, but when I first started my channel, I would only film videos at a certain time of the day because I felt that I had to be my best and that my best was at this particular time. And I couldn't do it right before I had a coffee, right? Or I couldn't do it without enough coffee because I had to have the right amount of caffeine to make sure that I was good enough and alert enough to make the video and do all this stuff. I was just weird about it back then. And I was like, okay, you know what? You don't gotta be like that. Just film when you feel like it, see what happens. But I have noticed a very big contrast when it comes to making these speedrun videos. If I do them in the middle of the morning, I'm a little bit more slow and lazy and things go well throughout most of the run, but I'll make a dumb mistake. Middle of the day, like right now, I'm alert. I am at high noon. I am ready to go. I don't think we're gonna have any problems. I think we're gonna go fast as possible. Later at night, which I've done frequently, like 8, 9, 10 p.m., oh my goodness, you might as well just have never started the video because I will make mistakes. I'll goof it. I probably sound slower and more tired. And I just find that really, really funny. Is there anything in your guys' life where you have that same thing? Like if you don't do this at a certain time of the day, it's just not gonna get done right. So you go, I'll just do that later because there's no chance am I gonna do that the best of my ability at this time of the day. And that's just how I feel. But right now, I feel good, but I feel too good. I feel like we're too excited. And it's gonna cause some problems. And then those of you watching this at nighttime trying to relax, you're like, dude, calm your level down like times 37. Because I feel like that's what's going on right now. Okay, but we got everything covered. We have our camo, we have our other camo, and our balloon popping with all these guys. The only thing we do not have is a Moab popper at this time, but we're on round 26, so it doesn't matter. But we are not seeing balloons. I always say I'll use the assassin more, especially like on round 60, just to make sure that that BFB goes down quicker. But then I forget too that like I can just keep hitting the ability like I'm doing now, because since there won't be a Moab until round 40, I don't have to worry about accidentally hitting the wrong thing that I didn't want to hit like you would on 59, 60, kind of something like that. Triple tap there, medium. And then deflation, we're going to go super simple. We're just dropping our dart monkey and calling it a day, because I think that's the fastest way to do this, and just hit play. Yeah, look, he covers the range. If something was to get through, he can clean it up, but I don't see why he shouldn't. But that's just such a weird angle, right? And I do think the end of the road or Monkey Meadow, or honestly any map, I think it's going to have a lot smaller track. And that's what makes this intermediate, is that this is just really big. Like, look how much he doesn't fit into the screen on the track. Like, look at this one. Doesn't end of the road, wouldn't it go over more? I don't know. You let me know. But even with that said, I think this does have to be one of my favorite intermediate maps, because it is just built for speed. I remember back when I first started playing this game, I would try to remove these and then put like a really, really big tack. If I could just make it fit just a little bit around the sides, that would be really, really cool. But then you're like, you lose all of this spot right here. It takes forever. It only has like a range right here until it goes to this side. And it just wasn't the coolest thing like I thought it would be. So then I'd try sticking a bunch of bombs in there and having like a bomb circle, but the same thing. It's just like, this is a good spot over here. Once it comes back around, you get like all of this. But in recent years, I found more fun just trying to keep everything here and never letting it even touch there. A lot of my strategies for chimps would like base over here, because I felt like this was a good spot. Like, if you did miss this one, it could come back around. You have all of this, and then you have this again. So it's like the best spot technically. But then I remember maps like Cracked and Steambed, which I play a lot. Like if I'm testing out a mod or just want to try something new, I usually go to those. But I think that's because they're like the easiest intermediates, right? Because then following that be like Spring can be pretty easy if you place all your towers at the back. So that's probably why I like those ones. But this one I would say is definitely harder than Cracked or Steambed or Spring. But this guy's so good if you can use, oh, you're kidding me. Way to go. Oh my goodness. The longest end of deflation we've ever had. I mean, that's not the worst thing in the world, but that was pretty ugly. Let's be real. There's our poopy brown border on a medium, onto standard. And let's drop our Sada and go. I honestly can't believe that. That was so gross. Okay, we'll put the dart here though, because I'm probably going to place attack up front right away. Honestly, since Sada can hang, I wonder if I'll have enough money for both attack and a druid. Because a Sada and druid, you know, is like the best combo in Bloons TD6. There is no better combo. You're actually going to be asked that question right now. What is your favorite 2 tower combo. I'm not saying 2 towers chimps. If it does work for 2 towers chimps, awesome. But what towers do you go to first, like on a normal basis? Mine would definitely be Sada and Druid, just because together they pop literally everything except for camo lead. But even Sada can pop camo lead, right? Yeah, now I'm trying to think about it. Like, there's nothing that they can't do. She can already solo camos up to like 37. And then even then, I think like 1 or 2 blues will get through on this map. So you can still use your ability and knock them out. So you can go to 42 with just Sada for camo. And then the Druid can handle everything else. And I still don't think anything will get through here except for that Moab. Oh, the Moab. Yes, we can't fight a Moab with Sada and a Druid. That's for sure. Now, I've been doing my best on these runs to not reuse the same towers over and over and over, but every now and then I do want to just go really fast. I want to put a number up on that top board and keep trying to beat Cubism the best that we can. And I think today might actually be a good chance. The thing I'm most worried about is going to be just missing a balloon. So I'm thinking rounds like 75. You know how they have that really big BFB rush at the very end of 75? Like one's gonna slip through or something, and we're just gonna be chasing it around because none of our towers are gonna be global. Like normally I always say go global, right? But in this case, we're not gonna be doing that. We're gonna be sticking to very local towers that can just destroy right there. How do I get this to go over there? Okay, there we go. That's perfect. That should actually just destroy 40. We shouldn't have any problems. And if we do, we can use Sada's ability, but we do have to be on the up and up since we'll most likely like hit it the wrong spot and watch balloons go around. So part of me is thinking like, should I wait for it to actually go through the tunnel so I don't mess up the timing? But in this case, I don't think we're actually gonna have a problem. I think we're gonna destroy it before it gets to there. Like this is a really good team right here. Yeah, dude, that was super cool. Or let's say 78, I think I have a really good team and I forget to use Sada's ability just to make it go a little bit faster at that last second camo rush. And then it just goes around the whole track and you're like, oh my goodness. Or I've been noticing too, like 78, all right? They'll come flying out of here. I'll kind of like jump and react terribly and then not use the ability on time. And then it doesn't hit all of them and you're still watching them go around. But with all that aside, if we can keep them at bay and keep just this little simple area here, I do not see why this shouldn't be top 5. Like, I'm not saying top 10. We're going for that #1 spot if we can. Just Cubism was so fast. And I'm thinking about it. If you missed one on Cubism, you had to go down to that bottom triangle at the very middle of the track, which is a really long distance. So as long as we can keep none from going around here, we'll be okay. And then plus, what I'm really excited about, lately we've been trying to just survive chimps and half cash, right? We're trying to go fast if we can, but our main, especially with half cash, was just to survive. Today, we're gonna be going fast. We're gonna be going fast on half cash, fast on chimps. And that was what I spent a lot of my time on with preparing for this run, was trying to make chimps faster. I didn't want just any strategy that would work. I wanted everything to stay right here just like this, but not let anything through. And I think I achieved that and I'm really excited about it. But anything can happen, and that's why I love this series. We're 48 in, you think it'd be really stale and boring and gross and the same thing over and over, but no, every time there's something different. Like just recently, I lost on round 77 on half cash. I don't even know what's on 77. I've never lost there, I don't think ever, but just something happened. All of a sudden I lost on one of the most unsuspecting rounds ever. So anything can happen in this game, I love it. And what I really love is just going ham, using everything at our disposal and using everything we've learned and using the best towers, because the Druid's so fast. The Wizard, the bottom path is so fast. Having attack there to destroy everything is so fast. I really, really love this and I don't see any problems with it. I'm thinking too, like if we put one of these here, that's even better, right? We just have this team right here, which is so cool because I just said it, but I'm gonna say it again. We always talk about global towers, but today we're not. We're using non-global towers. I think technically you could say, well, for sure this one is, but you can technically say this is global because you can just lift this thing up and put it anywhere. But I like to use it more specified, so I would call this just another damaging tower. So this is so fun. Probably could have done something like, no, I don't have a boat to pull down, and I don't think the Moab assassin will take it down in one shot, right? So no, that was probably our best bet for taking down that BFB, just powering through it. Okay, here again, I gotta stop doing that. I'm so used to hitting play first that I'm messing stuff up. Okay, for this one, I think a Dartling top path will be our best bet. We can't make money because we can't have a boat. We can't do advanced intel because like right now I'd put a boat back here and advanced intel it, and then you'd have this super safe strategy, and now we can't do that. So I think the best option will be, okay, one of these. So just a simple 0-2-2 sniper will keep everything in front of Sada, hopefully. And then I think the next best bet would be to go for that top path Well, okay, I really want to use this tower. I think it's really good, but the problem I'm having is that we're not gonna be able to get up to the top 4th tier by round 40. So we're gonna have to think of something different anyway. And look how garbage that is. That's just so bad. I mean, that's okay. That's not as terrible, but it's not the best. Okay, just thinking, I do not have lead. So I have a 220, but nothing to actually take out 28. So we're gonna have to go like this one, and then fast firing, and even faster firing. It's gonna be kind of slow, unfortunately, just because it's gonna only do 1 shot at a time. But if I have this one, it should be quicker. Well, you know what? For 20, let's just use Sada. I don't wanna be messing around. So let's just do that. And then she won't be there for 30, which is unfortunate, but I can also just grab another lead popper. There we go. And we'll use the shrapnel shot too, maybe to like take down more than one. So that'll be our lead popping for now. So as of now, we cannot take down the Moab cleanly. We will eventually, but it'll be gross and ugly and I don't like it. So I think that our best option, since we still can't pull it down with a middle path boat, I think I'll just get laser cannon, because that'll for sure take out, oh, just that range is so bad. I feel like I should have put it right here just so it could shoot down there a little bit cleaner. Look how far it breaks away. I mean, it's doing a really good job, don't get me wrong. So I guess that's okay. Now what I would like to do is grab this sniper up to a deadly precision. So get rid of you. I know our lead popping is just abysmal right now, especially lead camo, but eventually we're gonna get this guy up to 11,000 for that plasma accelerator, and then things are just gonna really pick up. So these two together should take down 40 with absolute ease, hopefully. And then I'll just use Sada's ability to clean up what's underneath. It should be a relatively fast 40. There we go. That was easy stuff. I like that. And then we'll 100% have the plasma accelerator by 50. I just don't want any problems with the camo or the ceramics. Our camo is pretty bad, but the ceramics should be pretty good. Oh, no, we have this guy for camo. I totally forgot. I forget that he does camo. So we have 3 camos and just 1 lead. That's where our weakness is for sure. So here's this. We'll sell you and we'll buy you. There we go. Now nothing will get past us, literally nothing except for purples, but then Sada's right there to clean it up. This is great. You know, if I watch back that cubism video speed run that we did #1 time, I did see that we had a plasma accelerator. I didn't watch the whole video, but I imagine I probably say in there a good dozen, 3,000 times how cool the plasma accelerator is and why don't I use it more. And look at this thing go. You barely see any Moabs coming out. But do I use this tower? No. And you know why? It's this weird like OCD thing where I don't want to use it because I can't get its 5th tier. That's the same reason I don't use sun avatars. The same reason I don't try to go for the 4th path, top path spike usually, because the 5th one's just so expensive. I want the ability to go for that max tower, or I don't want to use it. That's why I try to stay away from the Spectre and Chimps unless I'm going Flying Fortress and Impoppable. But I don't know why I think like that, because just 2 or 3 of these things can carry for such a long time. They are too good. They are so good. But there you go. That's 60. We are done. I just had a lot of money left, but I didn't even care because we're moving through it so quick. Where KartsNDarts were on Apopalypse. Sada should make this thing pretty simple though, and then pair it with a druid, and then you have, of course, the best team in the world. Have I said that before, that I think they're the best combo? Because just having them 2 together, I don't even say it, but if you haven't told me your favorite combo below, now is the time to agree with me and just tell me that it's Sada and the druid. But I am trying to fathom in my brain why the Etienne did the best. And I'm thinking it has to do with like his level 20 ability too. That thing just constantly flies around attacking the entire screen, giving you just like major damage. Or then I'm thinking it's the camo too. Like you don't think about it, but buying a village or getting like a shimmer on your wizard costs a lot of money, which takes away from you popping balloons. So maybe just having the fact that everyone's global camo, you don't have to think about it, makes him that much better of a hero for something like this. Or maybe we're forgetting the small fact that it just was cubism. Maybe I could have done the same thing with Sada had I just tried her instead of using Etienne. Just Etienne's really good if you use him correctly. So since we've proven it here so many times that you can get through a lot of these maps with just Sada, a Bin, an Etienne, or pretty much whatever hero you want to use, to be honest. Do you guys have all of your heroes? Are there some that you don't have, or some that you're just not ever going to even buy because you don't even want to try it? Like first one that pops into my head is probably Corvus, because that seems like a lot of critical thinking that I just don't want to do. But is there anybody that you have not unlocked, or is there a lot of heroes that you maybe haven't unlocked just because you don't have the money for them? Because when you are first starting this game, like monkey money is pretty scarce, but as you can tell from this series, once you just start playing a few of the game modes and black bordering a few maps, you have more money than you know what to do with. You can't buy the monkey knowledge, so it doesn't use it for there. So you might as well just buy heroes and skins, or just like tons of power is another one too. Like, I would love to use a banana farmer right now, but I just feel like the money we get in return for winning the map just isn't enough to waste it on the banana farmer. I mean, obviously it's profit, but still, it's really not that much sweat off my back just to click a few buttons until I have the marketplace. But maybe, you know, maybe I wouldn't use the marketplace as much if I used a banana farmer, right? I go with marketplace because I'm lazy and I know I'll forget to collect the banks, or I'll forget to collect the top path banana farm. So I go with marketplace, so I don't have to do no work. But now in regards to this duo, I really like the fact that they make me feel comfortable enough that I can get my farm this early on, because they're going to keep tackling everything down. It's not like we're losing any lives. It's not like we're getting any balloons even past the druid. So we're safe to farm. With that said, I feel like they're going to nerf these pretty soon. Like, think about it. All they have to do is make Druid of the Jungle costs like twice as much, right? And then no one's going to be really using it. It's going to be like Jungle's Bounty, to where use it if you have to, go into Spirit, but you're not really going to go for it. Or think of this, like, imagine if they remove the de-regrow capabilities of the brambles that pop up, because that thing makes him really great. Like, you just don't think about it because it's there doing its job, but Apopalypse gets overwhelming very quickly with its regrows, like out of nowhere. And so just having the Druid makes that go away. So what if that was gone? Or all they have to do is make Sada like $100 more, and you can't start with her on Chimps mode. And then she's not nearly as powerful as I always make her out to be. But I think the best bet for this, I was going to go with like attack, but our camo's not the best. And you saw some balloons get through there, but remember, it's Apopalypse. Doesn't matter if they go through, the round still goes on, so it's not a big deal. But I think we're just going to do more of these dead zombie balloons. I feel like that's the best strategy for pretty much just every single game mode. Not only is it a great defense in case something does slip by, it cleans it up, but it's also a pretty good offensive. I wouldn't say it's the best for Moab class, but it can do enough damage to where we can take it down. But this is getting kind of weird how every time it just kind of goes where it feels like it. But it seems to be that if you press it on the down, it's going to go that way. And if you press it on the up, it's going to go that way, which is pretty nice. But just like that, on round 32, I'm more than confident that we could take down 1, 2, even 3 Moabs. And once I get this guy buffed up a little bit, you could take down even more, because this will shred them all. He'll clean them all up. And I made specifically the point to make him go through the track like he is, so then every single thing that pops makes his graveyard fill up more, because I have made that mistake plenty of times where I like set it back just a little bit to where we pop everything up front and this guy gets like barely any graveyard, but now every single bloom that pops will make him stronger. Now, I always ask you the same question about the boat. Does Jungle Drums make the boat's planes that come out of it in the top 4th tier path any faster? Same with this. Does this guy actually get faster like his balloons? Oh, I should actually like just look. Okay, we're gonna look real quick, okay? We're gonna sell. No, that looks like the exact same speed. I'm not like a rhythm expert or nothing, but it looks like the exact same rhythm. Maybe like a little bit faster. You guys tell me, I'm not sure. But I think we're pretty much done. Just get this guy to where we need him to be, just like right there like we were. I never thought of it, but this is probably just as good of a spot. Well, I mean, with both of them there, it doesn't matter either way, but look at this go. I don't know about you, but I think we're pretty on par for a top 5 time for sure, unless I mess something up. I always like to throw that unless I mess something up, because usually we do something wrong, but like it's usually something silly, like not paying attention to like a level up or something. Let me get through this first. Run reverse, not a big deal. Is this gonna be the other direction? Oh yeah, not a big deal at all, honestly. But I've done that before where I stall for a few seconds because the game leveled up and just paused. Or at the very end, I like looked away and I didn't see that the game finished, and that's a waste of some seconds. I'm thinking we'll just stick with this and fast forward a little bit. And that was fast forward for you, not for me, by the way. That took way too long. But we have what we've been working with, and it seems to be doing just fine here. I don't see why it wouldn't. We're just going backwards, which is essentially, I think it's just the 180 flip, right? This is a little bit longer, or it could just be an optical illusion because this longer side's down here. Yeah, probably the same exact thing, to be honest. But I'm happy with it. We got what we need. And then we took it down. Okay, cool. Didn't even need to use that, but I did. But I'm really liking this tower. It's just way too good. So I'm wondering if I should just rock all of those the whole time. Now, hard mode is going to be different. We have to go another 20 rounds on top of that, with one of them being 63. So I'm pretty sure this guy can handle 63, the 4th tier, right? But just in case, I feel like we're going to need like 2 recursives and then maybe a top path ice by 63, because I don't want it to slow us down. Now, all we have to do is make sure we don't lose to the first 2 rushes, and then we can use Sada's sword ability on the final 3rd rush of 63. And that'll be kind of going forward with a lot of stuff. So like 76, we can use it. Last rush of 78, we can use it, just to make sure we get through those rounds as fast as possible. But I'm really enjoying this strategy, and honestly, I think you guys should use this a lot. Like, I'm not talking just this map. This strategy will work for most of the single track maps in this game, if not all of them, just for the sheer fact that it's powerful, it's fast, and it's relatively simple. If one slips through, you can use Sada's ability, you can use your Dartling to kind of move it around. But honestly, I probably wouldn't use a Dartling with this strategy if you're trying to just do like multiple maps. We're doing the Dartling because it's fast. Like I said, I don't like using it because I can't get Ray of Doom on Chimps mode. I mean, you can. I think I've done it, maybe. Have I done it? I want to say on 1-2 tree because of the discount, but that's not the norm, right? Might as well spin what we got, so I'll get a sharpshooter there, grab a stronger stimulant there. I just really enjoy the broken loop of this guy, the fact that everybody's in his range, so when he pops something or anybody pops anything, it fills up his graveyard, so he has this endless string of balloons. So we're fighting balloons with balloons endlessly. It's perpetual motion. One more just in case. There we go. We got that round 60, and now we're on to hard mode, I believe. Yes, there's our silver border. Okay, let's drop this one in and go for it right there. Why did I go between red and white? I don't know. I gotta remember where I placed Sada on Chimps mode. It was sort of important. I hope I don't mess this up. And the reason being is because I need to place like attack and an ice there when we get to the harder game modes. Okay, we'll think about it. I decided to farm a little bit stronger on this just because it is hard mode. We're going a little bit more of a distance. So I figured, hey, why not? Now something's fighting me on doing the same exact strat over and over. I feel like it's somewhat slower and I don't know why. I always like to speculate that maybe the druid, when he like grabs that little bramble at the end, it's making the round a little bit longer than it needs to be. But if I'm incorrect, which I think I am, and it is actually fast, I want to keep it going. I don't want to change it up too much just because it's working and I feel like we can make a really good. Oh my gosh, see what I'm saying right there? I didn't see that. That wasn't really anything, so it's not like it was the biggest of deals, but you saw what I mean by that. It was kind of ugly how we just lost like one balloon. So until I start upgrading these to marketplace, I am going to get my overdrive first. So I want to make sure we can take out that Moab, like no problems. Now, even with spending the money on 3 farms, they should make most of their money back to where I could buy this guy plus some before 40, which is exactly why you farm. So I don't think I spent anything because this is what we would have normally spent to 40 anyway. So we got 3 free farms technically. I mean, other than the amount it took me to do it, and then we didn't do it. Oh gosh, that was a good clean off pull at this. I got lucky with that. But that's what I'm worried about when we get to these harder rounds here. And the only reason that happened is because things cost more, I believe, right? Or no, we farmed. We farmed. What a goof. I'm over here wondering like, no, it's because it's hard mode. Everything costs so much. No, I just spent a good chunk of money on farming. But now we're safe. We are good to go. We can take down another Moab, but we won't have to because it's not till round 50. So we can get our marketplaces, no problem. So with 3 marketplaces, that's more than enough money to carry us to 80. So what I think I'll do is probably get a sharpshooter first. Might as well finish it off. It's a cheap tower, plus it was sitting there ready for us to use anyway. Maybe I can grab this for like one little straggler balloon. And then I think it's the best chance to actually get that Dartling, because that thing was a little bit wicked, to be completely honest with you. Like, we're good on Moabs. I have no doubt that we're going to destroy him with this one, then we'll clean him up with this one, and then he'll actually help crit and clean him up too. And don't forget this guy, he'll actually take it down one ceramic at a time, just completely yeet it out of existence. So we are clean. And once we get this guy, we won't even see the Moabs. So I placed these just enough badly that I can't really get an ice in there. And even if I can, which I will, it's not going to be the best. It's not completely down on the track. It's kind of ugly, to be completely honest. And I think the Alchemist is going to buff the ice more. But it's not a big deal. We still got this crazy team here. Can this take down 63? I mean, who cares, right? If it can't, we'll just use one of these. This is our first round 63 of this run, and they're not even getting past. That is pretty cool. But again, it doesn't matter. So there's our second rush. Let's say it does get past. I have my third ability ready, or Sada's second ability ready, just for cleanup, and we don't even need it. So that leads me to believe once I get another plasma accelerator, there's pretty much nothing that can get past us at that point. Do you guys use the plasma accelerator a lot? I always sleep on towers. Like, I always go use the middle path wizard and I go, oh my gosh, it's the flame wizard's really good. Why don't I use it? Oh my gosh, the top path spike factory 4th tier is really good. Why don't I use it? Same with this guy right here. Look how good it is. And like, let's say worst case scenario, you're on chimps mode, so you can't click this one to get rid of his little lock on. You can just hit tab and now you can control it wherever you want. Like if you miss something last second, and then you can tab it again and then it puts it right back to where it was. That's such a good thing to have. That is if you're on PC, of course. That's a hotkey, but that's super awesome to see. All right, there's no reason to save up all my money. We're almost done with this and we're not seeing anything anyway, so I might as well just break it a little easier. I have Shimmer, but for 78, might as well just in case Shimmer misses, because Shimmer likes to miss. It's like its favorite thing. And then I'm thinking, why do I put him this close? So if I put him all the way up at the front, yes, it's gonna cut his little graveyard range back, but if you can look, nothing's ever making it that far anyway. And what I'm doing is I'm contemplating for Magic Monkeys only. I'm thinking I should put Sada down and then the wizard like over here on the left side, so the fire's actually up front. Then we can keep moving super fast. Like right now, fire's back here, kind of wasting time. I think it's a solid plan. We'll just have to see how it turns out. But oh my goodness, I might as well just keep buying stuff. I mean, why not? I mean, normally we don't cluster the screen this much. This looks really gross to me, but all of these towers have a purpose and they're really paying off. And we are going super fast. And then we have just one more ZOMG. I'm not even gonna buy anything. We can save our 6 grand. Like, who cares? It's not like we're gonna go that much faster. That was awesome. We're already on a Magic Monkeys only. And we're making 440 bucks a pop. Is that enough to actually spend it on something crazy like a farmer? I don't think so, to be completely honest, but it's up to you. I wanna put her right here and go for it. Now, if she misses, that could be ugly. So I'm gonna have my G button ready, which is my druid, because I think he's more important. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. So now we know we can make it. But that's not exactly true because we've had a free dart monkey this whole time. So I'm hoping we can make it all the way to the middle one. And then we'll put our wizard here. Now, you guys know I like to tell you a little bit of a story time. So we're going to make this one fun and pretty quick, actually, because it's not that much of a story. I just have never seen the Mission Impossible series. By the time I caught on to what was going on, I think we were already on like number 4 or 5. And at that point, you know, you just kind of overwhelmed. You're like, I already missed them all. And you know, streaming wasn't really as big of a thing, I don't think. So I wasn't able just to watch them on a whim like I am now. Like they're all on Paramount except for like one. So I had to bounce back to Amazon Prime and then jump back to Paramount to watch the rest. But I am on number, oh shoot. It's called Final Impact. It's the one after Rogue Nation. I don't know what number it is. They're confusing me, but it's the one after Rogue Nation. And we just got Rebecca Ferguson's character back. She's like helping, but not helping. And then Henry Cavill, which is Superman, just decided that Ethan Hunt's the bad guy. For like the millionth time, Ethan Hunt's the bad guy, right? Like we get the same old story. He's always the bad guy until he proves everyone wrong and makes them her friend. But I'm really liking this series. It's super funny. There's a lot of goofy stuff, but you realize how much they influenced like the action genre over the years, right? With a lot of the things that they do, which is super funny. But it's also super funny that if you watch like the first and second one, the technology that we had at that time was so behind or just not up to what it is now that that movie looks completely outdated. Like the stuff that they're using, so goofy looking, so awkward. But then like the last few we've been watching, like their futuristic tech that's not actually in our real world looks more believable. But back then it's like they had what they had and like their non-believable stuff was like non-believable, if that makes sense. But have you guys ever seen the Mission Impossible series and what do you think about them? No matter what your take is on Tom Cruise, that man can act and he can do some cool stunts, let me tell you, and he can run really fast. Like there's a study that every movie that he runs in performs better than his other movies, which is really, really funny because he's always likes to run full speed in a movie. But I also feel like it's becoming the Fast and the Furious franchise. Like they keep adding in so many new characters and then they like cycle them in, they'll bring them back, that I feel like on the 8th or 9th one, or if they keep making more, next thing you know, there's literally going to be like 17 characters in the cast and Jason Momoa will be there and the whole thing will be Fast and Furious 2, or I'm pretty sure that it came out first. So Fast and Furious was 2001 and Mission Impossible I think was like 99. So it came out first, but they're like definitely following the footsteps of let's see how many we can make, right? But then Jeremy Renner, who plays Hawkeye, was in 2 of them. And then he just like all of a sudden isn't in this one, which is weird because he's a really good actor too. And I really like him in that movie. Necromancer right there. We're going to put him all the way back here. There we go. Now that's the problem. We don't have that much of range, but does it really matter? Does it really matter? And then for 40, obviously this won't work. This will not cut it. Will an alchemist buff those little guys or no? We're gonna actually try something weird here because if it does buff it, that's very cheap and very awesome. But honestly, should I have just gone with like probably like a ninja monkey, right? What a dummy. It's not too late to do this. Just add a couple fires probably. And then a ninja too. All I'm trying to do is make sure that that thing doesn't get too far. Maybe one of these two if I can grab it. If I can grab it, there we go. Okay, cool. Oh, see, that's exactly what I meant. Okay, luckily I timed it a little bit better. Not on purpose, but it did what it needed to do. Because that was pure ugly, but luckily it didn't spin around too much. So would you call that Like, I don't think that's enough to mess up a really good time. It took what, 2 nanoseconds? Now, I don't know what I'm doing besides stalling right now. I'm just curious of what I need to do. I think a good idea would be have like a middle path wizard, but I believe this is why I put this guy farther back, because I need my popper up here, but I can't get a farm anyway. So maybe, but I can't get a village anyway. So it might not be bad to have him right here and just start firing up everybody until I can get something good on this one. Or a super right here would be a good choice too. Yeah, actually super's probably the best choice, and we'll knock him back. Ultravision. I don't think we needed the Ultravision, but why not? So now in theory, he should knock down the Moabs. Sada should help chop them, and then these two will clean up whatever's left like pretty easily. So with $19,000, I can sell this one and buy this. Okay. And now I have this from farther back as well. Dude, that's pretty good. Oh, that was kind of ugly though. We need 3,000. But we're at like this point where we're not even making that many graveyards. It is getting up there, which, okay, we're good. I think we're okay. Now, what I would like to do, I'm not sure if it'll work. For 60, I think it's a little far-fetched, to be completely honest. Oh man, part of me's thinking it's not good for 60. But what I was wanting to do is just throw one of these guys on there, a rubber to gold, and then see if I'll actually, if it works. Because I think how it works with Moab class, you have to like one-shot it, right? But a big BFB will 100% one-shot it when it's a graveyard BFB. Now, normally I would go for the Spirit first, because by the end of round 80, you have like $20,000 just from his $1,000 at the end of each round. But I want to say this is so much faster, right? And so I felt like that's a smarter play. But then I'm wondering if I should even get Spirit of the Forest at all. Do I need the extra money for the last 10 rounds or so? Because we could start just stacking up like a super monkey, maybe get 2 of them, and there'll be nothing that can get past us. His shimmer is going to be more than efficient. I still am waiting on the day that this guy will tell you how much he's made you, like just assist points or something, saying like, hey, I've given you, you know, just $5,000 would be super cool to know, right? Because what if you like use this guy and you think you're doing great with him and you realize he made you $300, wasn't even worth the purchase? I mean, that's pretty much my luck. Because who else takes the time? Like, you'll watch a Punji video on the boss events and you'll set up that whole thing. I actually learned it from Supreme Avocado back in the day. But watching Punji's video gives you like a right that second on that map how to place it. But you put the gold, rubber to gold guy there with the 2 bottom path engineers for the traps. And then you have the glue gunner, and then you have this cool little thing that just keeps collecting money. But I always place him just a little bit off to where like this guy's not really doing what he should, or the glue's not really slowing him down, or the engineer's too far back and you pop more than you should. That's such tough stuff to make work. Okay, but if I sell him for 45, that means I have to have him at 33,000. That's not worth it. Yeah, no, let's just do this instead. I'm gonna do this. Okay, we're gonna put you here and just put this right up front. I mean, why not, right? Okay, things are starting to make it a little too far, and I don't know why. Maybe I can move this guy back a little bit. Will that move it back or no? Okay, we need one more super here. Really? You're that big? The supers are way too big. Okay, right there. Okay, good. No, that's what I'm talking about. Don't do that. Okay, it's 78, so we'll have our ability for that last one. Okay, we just got to pay attention. We have not made a mistake yet. It was just the first rush, which means the round's still going. So as soon as we see that second one, I just don't know why all the BFBs are being placed up here, not back there. That's super weird to me. Oh, didn't even need it. Didn't even need it or no? Like, that's weird, right? Is that just me? Like, the BFBs should be back here too. I don't understand why it's choosing where it needs to be. I guess it doesn't matter. We're on to the next one. We're moving really fast, and that's all I care about. Double HP Moabs. I think a lot of the same, except for round 40. We're going to have to change it up a little bit. Oh my gosh, I just did what I didn't want to do. Speed it. Oh, you dumb dummy. So I guess I changed it up a tiny little bit. I went with the sharpshooter first because I was seeing at what was going on, and we were losing some balloons there, and I figured, well, why spend the money on this one that won't really help too much until the balloons get here when I can have a sharpshooter and be proactive about it? I'm going to use my Moab Assassin for the first Moab because it's double HP. It's crazy, right? Okay, we're already on 41. So now I can buy 2 of these, I believe, right? That's perfect. And then make everybody see camo. And normally I'd greed a little bit here, but why? When I can get the Necromancy Unpopped Army and make sure we are completely golden. Now I think we might even be able to take down a Moab on our own, but we'll get to that point because I only need one more marketplace, which we already have. And I'm pretty sure that this tack combo will make it to where we don't even need to worry about the double HP. Like, it'll be more, but not that much more. As far as balloons go though, my goodness, we are destroying them. I haven't seen one in a while, so I'm really curious to see how we're gonna do against these moabs. Did I get him in range? I did, so that thing's gonna be a death ball for sure. I wanna place this, but I don't wanna like wreck up what we're doing by stopping things, but it looks like I haven't seen a balloon, so it wouldn't matter anyway, and there's a double HP going out the door. So adding embrittlement shouldn't do anything but make it even crazier. Put a bomb for some extra cleanup. So now we have an insane team that won't let anything through. So I might as well get a little bit greedy and farm just a little bit more. I was hoping to have the Spectre by 63 just because I feel like it's going to get a little farther than I want it to. But then again, like we might be able just to pass through this no problem. So we're taking out fortified moabs right before this even little corner piece. 63 was nothing. Oh my goodness. We should just do this on every single map. It makes it so much easier. Now, obviously on like Flooded Valley, we couldn't use any of these towers, which is just gross. But there we go. We got our Spectre, and then these are worth 5,000 each, and we need 82,000. So I have 25,000 here plus some. So I'd say 26,000 plus change. That makes me still need $56,000 to get Flying Fortress. These farms are not gonna cut it. I probably won't get to like 75, right? Like is that even worth it at that point? Shouldn't I just get other towers and just make this super fast? Like just get one of these, lock that in right there. It's still sped up, way too strong. I can also put one of these here. Will it be on the track though? Yes, it will be on the track. Cool. Put you there. And now we have spiked mines. And then if I sell everything, I have attack zone. Okay, this is crazy. I love this. And because why not, let's put in one of these that'll go a little bit faster and like attack everything. I'll put on strong. I mean, the only thing I could think to do is maybe just throw a bunch of, oh, not that one, but this one right here, and just throw a bunch of them so it starts attacking it on 80. Maybe throw another one if I can. Or are we already on 80? We already are. And then we're going to take it down no problem. That's double HP ZOMG, super simple stuff. And now we're on to half cash, which is awful, but I have a good strategy. It's not only going to work, but it's going to be fast, hopefully. I wrote a couple notes here. One of them is boomer on white and then a dart on the right next to it. Now, the next thing we have to do is I'm trying to keep nothing from going around too far, but sometimes that's just inevitable, at least at my skill level. So as soon as we can, I'm going to place this guy. There we go. So that's only a little bit of time. That's really not bad for half cash, to be completely honest. And not only is it keeping all the balloons at bay, we're not getting anything past this little spot. We'll have Sada pretty soon here. The boomer is really good with that monkey knowledge. You can see that there's 2 boomerangs. And I remember on BTD5, you had these like special huts, and that was like the version of monkey knowledge. You could max it out for each tower, right? And the boomer's specialty was the fact that it could do that. And it was such a cool thing. You'd have 2 of them, you would just wreck everything. So I'm gonna put you right here, right there. Okay, don't mess up. Oh, that was very last second, but it worked. How many times have you told yourself you'd remember something and then you just don't? And that's pretty much just what happened to me right now. I thought I was going to remember my strategy, but I wrote very basic notes. I just put what I have here so far. Sada to Druid, bomb on right of Druid, wizard in between Sada and Druid. Like, how boring is that? It doesn't even make sense. So I'm going to get rid of you and put this back here. So I am going to back up our defense a little bit, which is kind of lame, but you got to do what you got to do. But so far, still, we have nothing break through, which is exactly what I'm going for. Not only are we beating it, but we're going fast. Okay, now that I got this guy to camo, I just don't know if that's the best play because I need a bomb. Like 100% need a bomb for 40. I just couldn't find a really fast way to beat 40, unfortunately. And this seemed to be the best, and then just Sada underneath it. So like right there. I don't know if that's the best idea though. I think it's fine. It's just what happens is as soon as I get Mauler, it's gonna go into the other screen and then you don't get as many hits as you'd like. But if I put it too far back, then I don't have enough time to use Sada's ability before it goes into the tunnel and then we mess it up anyway. You got like 1 chance at this. Okay, there's our Mauler. Leave him on strong. Okay, let's do this. Let's do it. Do it. Okay, cool. Oh my gosh. That was like the best timing I've ever had in my entire life. Somehow I timed the exact specified second that it had no damage to go down. That was so cool. Okay, and once I get this one, I think it should be even better. Have we ever gone this fast on half cash? This is so cool. I love this right now. Okay, I'll put you back here though, like back there. Okay, so that's our problem though. I don't think I went too far forward enough on the wizard, and now he's not getting every single pop. But yeah, he kind of is though still. Like it's still right there. Ugh, but the druid's still messing him up, huh? Oh, you know what I forgot? A farm. I normally always get a farm and I didn't. Oh, that's not good. That's really not good. I'm gonna get one anyway. I don't think it's too late. I think I definitely should have gotten one sooner to get as much money as possible, but this is still easy unless I mess this up. This should be enough to help us get through 50, to be completely honest. And if it's not, I'm super bummed. And it barely was. Oh, no. Okay, just get the marketplace and move on with your life, buddy. Get the overdrive, hurry up. Okay, that's not bad. I have my finger on her ability just in case I need to slip anything through because I do not want to have to do that. We've done really, really good on this run so far and I don't want to have any problems. Oh, that was so good. And we're almost there. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now nobody's getting past us. And I wanted to get an alchemist, but I think a bomb's going to be more important just for the fact that we have 63 coming up here and we still do it. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? See, that's what I mean. What even was that? Oh, it's 55. Okay, that's not a big deal. That's actually not a big deal because the round was still going. We didn't waste any time there. Oh my gosh, we're kicking butts. We are kicking butts right now. Okay, I want an ice tower, but I feel like this is the best for this one. And then take that out like that and then use our ability. That's the fastest we can go for something like that. Magnitude, I swear. Okay. And then what I would like to do is ice right here. I want to ice right here, actually. That's probably the best idea. Yeah, that's probably the best. And then we'll sell you and buy this one up. There we go. Wasn't ideal, but it'll take down 63 for sure. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure, actually. Let's try it. There we go. Dude, super awesome. Okay, that's a second rush, but it doesn't matter. It does not matter. And then the third rush, we'll use the ability. Okay, there we go. Okay, perfect. But do you see what happened there? I think one of them got stuck in the tunnel. That was super goofy. And now what we'll do is buff everybody up. I didn't farm fast enough, and I'm kind of bummed about that. When I did my practice runs, I farmed the second after I got, I believe it was the wizard. And then I just started farming like crazy. But I think we can get everybody in here, which will be cool. So get them all the way up to jungle drums. And then finally, primary training. There we go. And then I think if I can, I'm going to try to alch just the attack right here. You know, I'm going to say something a little outlandish. I actually enjoy half cash when it's on easier maps like this because it shows just how little you can use to beat this game, which is really cool considering that this is literally half of what we'd have if we were going to round 80. But it's still doing not only good damage, but amazing damage. And it's keeping everything at the front of the track, which is exactly what we've been going for. I mean, I can't even complain a little bit. Now, it is scary too, if you haven't noticed, is like we do not have much. If we do happen to get things to go around the track and it's a big rush, like let's say we mess up on 78, we could just essentially lose the game because our main attack power is here and here, and then a little bit right there. And then this little guy is literally doing nothing, but just like one shot there. So none of thing that we have is focused on this side really, which can be pretty scary considering like one big rush can ruin you like this one, like that. Come on. Oh, wow. What was that about? And I had my screen up over here. I'm wondering if there was like a camo that got stuck, which is why round 78 got stalled a little bit right there. That took an extra nanosecond. I'm not happy with it because that means there's our whole run down the drain, right? But I always go back to skates. We messed up on Magic Monkeys only on skates and still got, I think it's our second or third place time. So here we go. Let's go double, triple, go to there hard. And then we're on alternate balloon rounds, which shouldn't be that terrible because we have Sada. So place her here, free dart monkey there. And honestly, the same strategy, except for I'm going to get hard thorns right away just so we can pop the lead on 20. No, not even 28. It's on 10 on alternate balloon rounds, which how does that make any sense? How does a lead go from round 28 to round 10? That literally makes no sense. It's not like it's alternating anything besides just the wrong way. And just like that, alternate balloon rounds is just as easy as the rest of them. The only thing we have to look out for is round 24. We have a camo lead, which is the alternate of 59 apparently, where we have like 50 camo leads. Because I believe 59 is the first time we see a camo lead, right? So I feel safe to farm because I can use Sada's ability and still take down a camo lead because you know why? She's awesome. She's the best hero in the game, hands down. Paws down if you're a monkey. But the only thing is I don't know when the next one is. So if I screw that up and she doesn't have her ability, I'm going to be really upset with myself. But what I can do is take out the first one, grab my farm, or honestly grab my farm, then take out the first one, buy a sniper like I plan to do anyway, put this guy on strong, and then do that. Oh my goodness, that was super simple. And just in case, now we have like a double camo popper there. I like it. I think what we'll do is since camos, I don't really care too much. It's the fortified Moab that's freaking me out. I think we'll take that out first. So we'll make that our priority and make sure we have like an alchemisted overdrive and then we can clean up underneath. I think that's going to be an actual problem. We should probably go with like a Moab assassin, but then you get Moabs right off the rip after that. So that's kind of scary. Alternate is kind of tough when you think about it. Like it's a good, easy way to lose. Okay, here's 36 and we are getting trashed by some camos, which is unfortunate, but I don't really care. I can use Sada. That went a little slow though. See, I think that was like our first big blunder where we went pretty far to the end of the track. So I should probably get something else too, just in case. Okay, what are we gonna do here? I'm kind of confused, to be honest. Okay, we have this mob coming. I'm actually nervous. I'm just staying quiet for it, to be completely honest with you. Okay, we have a sniper. We have that. Take it down. Okay, cool. That actually wasn't too bad. It could have been a lot worse. So we'll get our druid and this guy out of the way. We got him. And by druid, I meant wizard. I'm just like in a frantic panic right now. Okay, now we're back to what we're used to, I believe. Okay, cool. We're taking him out. But that's still not good enough in my opinion, but we do need to farm. So let's not just, if we're gonna sit there and just fluster on what we're gonna do, we might as well just spend the money on the extra money. Just $4,000 sitting there like a dummy. All right, this guy should be enough too, just like we did before. I shouldn't be greeting this much, but you have to. It's alternate balloon rounds. At the end, we have fortified ZOMGs. We can't just be like trying to take them down with one plasma accelerator because we have no money. So at the very minimum, we need 4 of these things, right? Okay, now we need an actual tower here to attack. So we'll put you here all the way up, lock you in there. Why does that cost more than it did? And then for such a cheap price, we might as well get this. Makes everybody that much more awesome, especially my tack. Okay, now with Plasma Accelerator, I feel very, very, very confident, but 63 could still pose a problem. So I'm gonna grab a recursive cluster. Okay, there we go. And I'm gonna grab one more farm because I'm a greed ball. See, there's our fortified BFB and it didn't even get past my swords right there. That is so cool. All right, here's 63. Can we do it? Okay, not the best. Let's see. That's rush number 2. Where is it? There it is. Okay, not a big deal. Rush number 3, where are you at? Rush number 3 didn't even happen. What the heck? Or maybe we just took it out that much quicker. Because it really does depend on a lot of things. Like, did the alchemist buff this guy? Did this have enough little things right there ready just to attack? And this guy's always awesome. But did the explosions of the recursive pop in the right way? Did this one critical? There's just so many things that can go into affecting like one big mass rush like that. And there's our Spectre. I love it. And then I might as well, right? Just sell everything. We made our money. That's good. We'll put this guy on target independent. We'll buff up this guy even more. We'll put an ice tower here. We got all this money. We were doing so good. Oh my goodness. And then I think what I'm going to do is because I can, and it's just such a good tower, we'll buy one more of these. We'll have enough for it by the time it comes through. And just like that, we have another plasma accelerator. Oh my goodness. Again, clustered to all can be, and really not my ideal cup of tea when we go to do these kind of strategies. Sorry, those 3 rhymes. I'm a dad now. I have to say silly things. But this is crazy. This is absolutely fast. Like normally I try to stick to a few towers, but you can't debate this. This is insanely quick. And did I tell you? No, I have not. On Chimps mode, we're going to use a tower that I have never used before, that I've probably talked a lot of smack on, which we've already done that before too. We used the top path druid of all things, right? Gross. But this time we're going to be using another top path tower that you would never see me use. But in this case, more is better. And let me know if you can figure out what tower I mean by that, because I'm excited about it. I'm going to throw one of these there though to make this go a little bit quicker on 80, just because Sticky Bomb's cool. It has a delay, but for this, like it's going to take a second to take down a fortified ZOMG so it doesn't hurt. So there's our ZOMG, super fast, barely in solid tip of it. Let's try 80. I think it's fortified, right? Or is it just 2 regular ZOMGs? I always want to say it's fortified, but I could be completely wrong. And then we still have money to spare. That is beautiful. Now we're on to Impoppable. You know the drill though, exactly what we're going to do because it's been working out beautifully so far. And we're making tremendous time. Hopefully, I'm not actually sure, but it seems like we're making tremendous time. We're going to put you right here. There we go. Perfect. I'm taking a little bit of a risk here, but I'm going for the assassin so I can take down the Moab instantly and no fighting, no worrying about it. And then it is going to help a little bit too, I'm hoping here. Now my camo, I do have to make sure I pay attention here because I don't think we can take it out with just Sada. We don't have any other camo. Oh, I actually should do this though. Let's do that. Okay, there we go. Now we're good on camo. Because I think we get like 1 blue that slips through on Chimps mode. So just having that there will be good enough. There we go. Easy stuff. Now, do we have enough to get this one? I believe we should. Because then we can sell it for marketplaces, of course. Okay, 3820, hurry up. Okay, cool. Now I'm just going to keep jamming that ability. And we'll take it out instantly. All right, perfect, gone. Okay, sell, buy. And then we'll get our wizard right here, right there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, right there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We have extra camo now. So this is all about speed. Like, yes, I want to farm like crazy, and normally I would do some crazy stuff, but I feel like this is smarter just to keep, what the heck are you doing? Don't do that, don't do that. So I'm going to sacrifice that first Moab on round 50 because I think I'll have enough for marketplace plus like a sharpshooter. I know that sounds a little crazy, but we got to take these risks here to go big. We have 4 farms now, which is what I was looking for. And then, oh, we're actually not even on to 49 yet. We'll have enough for it. So we'll take out the Moab for sure. And then I will grab attack because why not? There we go. Let's buff it up a little bit. There we easy stuff here. Oh my goodness. Now we're going to take one of these and discount it, and then take one of these and discount it. And I know we don't need to do this, but I just feel like it'll help us get there faster to like our main goal of just having a ton of money and having crazy towers. So this works fine in my opinion. So we'll grab that one and we'll sell this one to buy this one. There we go, Monkeyopoulos. This one will be the camo. This one will be the jungle drums. Now we have money for days. Hopefully we can put this ice here all the way up to embrittlement. There we go. And then we'll grab one of these because we can for 63. Okay, now I feel safe. Now I feel like nothing will get past us and I could still farm and go crazy here. Okay, there we go. And then I can sell all of these for another farm. Oh my gosh, we're actually doing this like super fast too. Like no mess ups, no crazy stuff. I'm gonna grab another recursive here just to be smart about it. I don't think we're gonna get anything past us. Yeah, watch this. Okay, a little bit, nothing crazy. Because normally when we go to do this double discount Monkeyopoulos farm thing, I always mess it up. I always go a little bit too crazy. Balloons get too far down the track, but this is actually nice because like I said, we never usually cluster towers. We usually just go for one big one. So like one plane will try to be keeping us at bay. And I don't think that's the play when you're trying to do something like this, but this is good here. And we'll go all the way to the top one. And I think we'll go for a couple weird towers. Like I don't normally get tax zone, but it's going to be really strong right here. And then why not just get Ray of Doom? We always get the other one, the Flying Fortress. And I think that's a great tower, but this might be even better. I mean, it's $96,000. That's a lot of money. But remember, everybody in range of this thing's getting a lot of money too because of that Monkeyopoulos, Monkey Central, Monkey Town thing going on. All right, I think I have enough to actually sell and get this. Yeah, I do. Oh my gosh. Usually we have this or the Flying Fortress by what, 85? And by 80, we have a Ray of Doom. Isn't there like no chance anything can get past us? So I'm going to make him go a little bit faster because he's not there yet. So we'll go like that. And then we'll buff him. I think that helps too, right? Or no? Who cares? Just do it anyway. We have a lot of money. And on round 90, we're going to have enough for this. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. So we have a Flying Fortress and a Ray of Doom. I think we did that the cleanest we've ever done it in this entire series. I've never gone Impoppable without like one fluster or mistake. And I don't even think one balloon got by. This is insane. Now, all we have left is chimps, and I really, 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 really hope I don't make any stupid mistakes, which I totally can. I'm very good at that. Now, in no way do I see us losing, but I see us losing time over silly things like one balloon getting by or 75, the last one getting through, or 74. Sometimes that happens too, right? But we are making such good time, like such good time. Might as well grab a super brittle and make this thing even stronger. Okay, there's 99. What about 100? Let's take it out. Why did that thing make it so far with a Ray of Doom and a Flying Fortress? Come on, what are you thinking here? 660 bucks isn't bad though. Okay, intermediate, Karts and Darts, hard, chimps mode. We are on that one. We have to make sure Sada goes on the red dot here though, right there. It has to be perfect. There we go. Okay, now we're gonna put a engineer down as fast as possible and we have $380, but on the also the red, I believe. Yeah, like we need a little bit of gap in between. It's like right there actually in between on those two. I know it sounds weird, but that's just where I want to put it. So 380 right there, right there. Boom. Okay, just in case, just in case. Now the reason why is because we're going to be going with the top path Sentry Champion, or I forget what they call it nowadays, but I think it's called Sentry Champion. And what happens is he puts his stupid things everywhere you don't want them. So I found like a good way is to have a couple right here if you have the space for it. I might have put him a little too far over. I don't know. We'll actually have to see. It's not going to be a matter of like, oh my gosh, are we going to lose because of it? It's just, can we go even faster? And so see how he places them all over here? I want them all right there. But I'll see later. I might have gone a little too far. Like I should have gone more this way, I mean. But then the thing is too, we're going to be going with the bottom path because the middle path one is way too larger of a service area. And so then you get them like not even close to the screen or the entrance, and then you just have problems that way. So I feel like this is the best of both worlds. You can still get a lot of attacks in, plus it's like a far enough back that you can defend. Because when you put everything too close to the front, you're just playing purely offensive, and then if something gets by, you just look like a dum-dum. Now, the thing that I refrain from with this is, I don't know if I'm wrong, but pin. Pin makes everything take longer, I feel like. Because when these hit them, they stop them, and then Sada can't attack them, which means it takes us longer to take something down. So we're going to do something else a little bit weird, though, here. I want to make sure, like if I was doing this for a chip strategy, I wouldn't do this. It's not a big deal. But I want to make sure we pop those leads first. So I'm going to put this little alchemist on strong. And the reason why is because on 28, I'll get the 2700 Century Expert, or I think I should have it. But what was happening was the bombs weren't always popping all the leads. So we'd watch some of them trail around the track, which was just awful to see. So if you have the Alchemist there first in a weird way, you're going to make sure you pop all your leads, and then you'll have Sada's ability for 30 if you need it. So I'm not going to have enough for it. We should take them all out. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Century Champion will be there to help out for the next one. That's awful. Why would you do that? Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Okay, cool. Ugh, ugly placements right there, but it gets it done. And honestly, you could have just gone with Century Champion, Century Expert first and pin before you even touched putting these there, but it's just what I wanted to do. So let me rephrase that. If you are following this for a guide, just go to a 402 Century first, then place your tack down, then place your Alchemist, then build this back up to an overdrive. You do not need to place them down first. I'm just going for speed here. Okay, 37, I don't think we have enough power for it, so I'm gonna have to hit that myself. Okay, so wait for it. There we go. Cool. I was afraid I was gonna go through like the tunnel and watch it spin around, so I feel like that worked. And you can see why I don't use this tower. It's so sporadic, and we're not popping all of the leads that we should, and then we're pinning them too far at the front, meaning that we can't attack them with the tack or Sada. It's kind of ugly, to be completely honest with you. Okay, we have our Moab though, and I gotta make sure I can do this right. Put that there. Boom. Okay, dude, that was exactly how I wanted it to go. Oh, perfect. I think that little boost, I don't know if I've put the village there before 40 each time, and that gives him extra range, Sada extra range, and them extra range, which is actually really nice. So now here's the problem that I'm having. As you can see, they kind of freeze him sometimes, and this guy can't attack, which is not good news. So we kind of slow things down. So then I've been going for Century Champion first, because then these things can pretty much attack everything. They're super strong, but as you can see, most of them are back here. So we still have to wait for balloons to come into the screen before we can do anything with them, which is kind of lame in my opinion. So I think it might actually be better to upgrade this to the tack zone, because it's a lot cheaper and we can attack the Moabs quicker, because we are letting balloons into the screen. So for the longest time I was practicing this one first and sacrificing a couple rounds. I think it was in like the 60s. But if we get this first, we're pretty much safe. Yeah, see how far these Moabs are making it? We're kind of going slow on chimps, and I'm not digging that. So I think this would be the better path. I know it'll be safer and stronger to go with the other one, but because we're going to be chasing $34,000 for a while. But I don't know. I think this is better. I also think the next play should be like to wait to $6,000 or so and then buy the embrittlement, because that's going to be completely necessary too to make this even faster, especially for like 63. So how about now? That's probably safe, right? So I'll put it right there, all the way up. There we go. Perfect. And now should I upgrade this to stronger stimulant now, or wait? I don't think I need that just yet. Okay, here's 63, and look at that. We could barely even touch it. That's so gross. Okay, that's only the first rush though, so not a big deal. Okay, that's a second rush. Can we take them all out? Yes, we can. And then the third rush, I will just do this, and that's it. Okay. So not as fast as I would like, but I think that's the only round that we're going to sacrifice on. Whereas if we went with this one first, we still wouldn't have it, I don't think. So we'd still be sacrificing. Because that was 21, right? So that'd be 34 now. Yeah, so we would just now be getting Century Champion, I believe. Well, no, that's not true. I bought him too. We would have it right now. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I feel like we went faster on the Moabs. It's going to pay off in itself. Let's just hope. It's our biggest weakness right now is cleanup, because this thing is for sure a shredder. Like, it shreds everything. It's amazing. But as far as cleanup goes, it's absolutely abysmal. And so we're completely relying on like Sada and this one for all the cleanup, just because his Pierce gets overwhelmed. And so we'll take down like 75 Moabs and then can't clean up what's underneath. But we'll need $7,000 more. Come on, man. We're almost there. But they're putting them way too far back. So that leads me to believe if I would have put them like hugged up to this one, would that have been better? Because I don't know. Because I'm thinking if I move them over to the right more and hoping you put it to the left, he'd still put him on the right side just because that's my luck with that tower. That's why I don't use it. But if I put it all the way left, then it'll be on the right. Okay, let's do this though. Let's do that. Why did that happen? Oh my goodness, that was 74. Okay, let's just not though. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, where did that come from? My goodness, I'd have rather done the other way. We're doing it again. We're doing it again. Oh my, okay, there we go. There we got our century champion. My goodness, that was ugly. Okay, I'm in a stronger stem here. Now these are our cleanup, but I'm just really not liking where their placement's at. I don't remember it doing it like this. Okay, here's 80. Look how fast we shred it, so that's really good. And there's nothing getting past these purple machines. That's 100% certain. So I think the next thing we'll get is a super brittle, just because that, I never thought it did that much, but then I tried it out with the tack and then this one, and literally just everything just disintegrates. Because I was trying 98 just like this, and it wasn't really cutting it. There was some losses just because of the super ceramics, but then just adding in the super brittle just made everything just go disappeared, gone out of the face of the planet. It was so cool. But I think this is our biggest downfall, is me moving them over, because look at how that range. So we have to wait that long for any of these to attack. It's kind of ugly. I don't know what I was thinking there. Like, think of all the time we're wasting. Oh, I'm so bummed at this actually. Why did I do that? If I would have just put it over right next to Sada, I'm wondering why I didn't. I feel like I did a few runs and it didn't place it right. Oh, see, there we go. There we go. My hand wasn't on the mouse. That's not good. And then what was really weird is, like, if I move Sada over to the white stripe, she did worse than if she did on the red stripe, and then she wouldn't let me have enough money to get the engineer, so I like had to settle on her placing her spot there, because ideally I'd like to have the tack a little bit more to the right, because you can see his range is going into the screen, and then I'd like the ice obviously a little bit farther over so he has more chance of hitting all the DDTs, because right now, like, he's our only hope at this tack popping DDTs, because we all know the alchemist isn't going to help. But I'm decided to go with the balloon solver for the last bit of cleanup, and it's going to be great for sure. I am a little worried about 95, not losing, but just more so like taking too much time at the end. But there we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, oh, never mind, never mind. Oh my goodness, that's ridiculous. That was cool. Okay, oh my gosh, we're almost there. Oh, I did not want that. I did not want that tower. What a dummy. Okay, whatever you're gonna do about it. I needed 2 spike storms because we can't have a top path or middle path first strike. I'm actually kind of bummed. That messed me up just because I just clicked too fast. What a dummy. Like, we're not going to lose or nothing. I just wanted to tear up the bad really fast. So I guess we'll just try that. Maybe see if it'll work. And then maybe put like one of these on the bad. Okay, let's try it and we'll get this in range. We'll use this attack. So it's in range. Boom, boom, boom. Use that ability. Use that ability. It's still fast. I'm very happy with it. Okay, home. Okay, we're going to go play. Triple. Boom. 2, 18, 10, and 35 seconds. That has to be in the top like 3 or 5. Come on, baby. Give it to me. Number 3. Number 3. Yes, sirree. Happy as can be. We're number 3. That kicks into the road out. We're at Cubism, Tinkerton, KartsNDarts, and intermediate map. And that's right above Sulphur Springs, which I thought was like a fluke map, which is going to be like one of the fastest intermediates ever. But no, we decided that's not the case. And we did it in 2 hours and 18 minutes. I am ecstatic. This is what I was looking for. Sometimes you just have to run quick, right? You got to fly for the stars and skies, or whatever that saying is. Look at that. We've unlocked something. Oh, this one. We will never use this on this account probably, but we have it, which is cool. And let's see if we got some monkey knowledge. We got 1 point here. Might as well finish off our magic, our tornadoes. There we go. Now that is 3 sections off. Now next we'll start just tearing up primary. But I am stoked. Did you think we were going to get that good of a time, or did you think something was going to happen to make it not as bad? Or did you think that map wasn't possible to get that kind of time? Either way, our intermediate's looking pretty good. We're almost done. No, we still have a handful, but nothing too crazy. But if you want to see something crazy, and if you have not yet, check out this video where we take on Flooded Valley as fast as we possibly can. That's every single game mode as quickly as possible.